video is for everyone that likes to see all the knickknacks, the bits and bobs and the souvenirs that I like to buy on a trip. But more specifically, this was from our UK road trip where we travelled for 3 weeks visiting Cambridge, York, Edinburgh, the Isle of Skye, the Scottish Highlands, Glasgow, and finished in the Lake District. 7 stops. There have been 7 vlogs. So thank you so much for watching the series if you have already. And if you haven't, I'll leave the link below. We had the most epic time seeing all the different cities, spots, and the gorgeous nature of Scotland and the Lake District, and just enjoying some quality time and travelling. And one of the things we love to do is go mooching in and out of shops. We love to look at all the souvenirs and we collect a few things that just bring us a lot of joy. I mean, I say us with my husband Benji, but mostly it is me. I'm so guilty for a postcard, pins, plush, all the peas. I also have got some mugs, some Christmas decorations, and some other little things that I thought you might like to see. So without further ado, let's go into it. And I should note that it is a very hot day as I'm filming this. So if I look like I'm sweating, it's because I probably am. First thing I wanted to show you was this. It was $14.99 and we got this in a random little gift shop. I think it was Cambridge, maybe York. It was one of the like little small gift shops, but I'll see if I can find it online, leave a link. It's by a brand called Splosh and it's one of those pin boards, but it's got a map of the UK on it and it comes with a little stand, like kickstand, so you can have it as a frame. You can obviously put it on the wall or have it somewhere. Obviously this was a UK road trip and we've been to so many amazing places in the UK now. Comes with some little pins and we just thought that'd be really neat to put in the house, and it says life is an adventure at the top. Should we do the pins next? Because if you know me even a little bit, you know that I collect pins. Now this is my current pin board wall. Yeah, I've shown them a fair few times and a lot of you are interested and invested in my pin journey, but I've been collecting them for years now and I absolutely loved finding some on this trip. So let me show you all the pins we got in England and then Scotland. Let's start with the pins I got in England. So the first location was Cambridge. I absolutely love this one as we went punting on the river. It's got like a really nice shine to it. We have a bike. We have other random ones that I got whilst in Cambridge but don't have any relevance to that location. It's just because we film on a camera that looks identical to that, so I couldn't help myself. Got that in the camera shop. Paddington Bear one. The Railway Museum, which is celebrating 100 years of the Flying Scotsman. And I also got a random London one, which obviously didn't go to London. I just liked it. In York, I got the one for the York Minster, a different generic York one. This I got in the market. I just thought it was so cute because I collect a lot of the bumblebee pins. I have the shop that shall not be named, the Harry Potter shop we went to, and the little Christmas shop that I love too. So they're a bit more random, but I like them. In the Lake District, I only got this one, which I absolutely love. Is that not the most beautiful pin ever? It's so nice. It's from a company called Adventure Patch. And I also found this one in a random shop. I just like the fact it said the north. I was looking out for all the signs every time it kept saying north, and we were going higher and higher up that I'd never been before. And then also I got these from the 2 castles. I actually ordered this one on eBay because we didn't actually get out and go inside the castle, which is kind of cheating, but I knew I wanted them together because we went and looked at them both together. The 2 castles. So yeah, that one I got on eBay, but that one I did actually buy in the gift shop. I was very successful in Scotland. I've got a few generic Harry Potter ones and a Swifty one that I got in Edinburgh. A couple of generic Scotland ones. I love this one because it's got the shape of Scotland. It's got the flag, got someone playing bagpipes in a kilt. So perfect. And then just this one as well I got from Edinburgh Castle. Speaking of Edinburgh, I have this one from the Hard Rock. I absolutely love Hard Rock Cafe pins. They are so nice. They've got so much detail on them. And then I have the castle, the astronaut to represent the Space Science Museum we went to, and Mary's Milk Bar where we got the ice creams. On the way to the Isle of Skye, we went to Loch Ness to see Nessie, although we weren't successful. I obviously had to get the pin. And Eileen Donan Castle. Isle of Skye, I couldn't find a generic Isle of Skye one, only this outline, which is still very cute. Oban and Glenfinnan, which is where we went to the viaduct to see the Harry Potter train. I actually love that pin. And then down here, we have some from Glasgow. I got this in Edinburgh, but we actually did see the Highland cows in Glasgow, so I'll probably put those together. I think that is all of them. Right now I have them in the little bags that I stored them in as we travelled, but yeah, I'm really excited to put these on the wall. We'll see how they look, but I have made some space for them ready. Did any of you count? I think there's 32, maybe. Next, let's do my cute plush that I picked up. I know that plush are not for everyone, but for me, they bring a lot of joy and fun, and I love them in our spare room here. And I wanted to add a couple more animals to the collection, so of course I got a Highland cow. We named him Angus, and I fell in love with the Highland cows on this trip. I got to see them out in a little farm, but then the best place was going to Glasgow at Pollock Park, which I will leave our link to all our vlogs, but if you go and check out the Glasgow one specifically, you can see the cows. I bought 3 plush, and they were all from a brand called Keel Toys, and I love them because they're 100% recycled materials made out of recycled water bottles, I believe. When I saw him in a little shop in the window in Edinburgh, I had to have him, so he was my first little toy. The second one is Nessie. Obviously had to get a little Nessie when we went to Loch Ness. Again, the same brand. She was $11.99. I can't remember how much they all were. How adorable. I did actually want one that had like the little humps, but then they start to get quite big. So yeah, just have the little Nessie, green, cute. And then we saw so many sheep in Scotland, so I had to have this little lamb. This was only $8.99. Still the same brand, Keel Toys. Is that not the cutest little thing you've ever seen? Love it. And I loved going in the shops and looking at them. I did fall in love with a lot of jelly cats too. Big fan of a jelly cat. I've grown to love these ones, and because I bought a lot of Keel Toys on the last trip, they all sort of look cute together because they're the same sort of style, if that makes sense. When we were in Edinburgh, we stopped for a hot chocolate, iced chocolate drink from a brand called Noops, I think that's how you say it. They actually sell the 28% white chocolate flakes that we had in our drinks. So because it was so good, we decided to buy them, and it comes in this nice box. I thought this could be good in our velvetizer that we have for the winter, but yeah, just really, really nice chocolate, a real treat. We did obviously get lots of food and drink. We bought a beautiful bottle of salted caramel vodka. We pretty much filmed everything that we ate and drank and enjoyed, so you can see all that in the vlogs, but that was the only thing that I sort of kept. We got 2 candles, which is pretty good for us. Benji loves a candle. We always have them burning in our house, and we had to get one from the Isle of Skye Candle Company. They have a few shops. We actually stopped at the unit they have on the Isle of Skye, and yes, obviously handmade in the Highlands. This is the vanilla and fig, and I got the black one just because I liked how it looked. They sold the clear glass versions too. That smells incredible. If they sold this as a body cream, I would love that, but it's just so nice because it's not too sweet. It's going to be lovely in the lounge. It's like a perfect homey, gorgeous fresh fragrance. The next candle we got from the Society of Alchemists, which was a shop in the Shambles in York. This is the Candied Toadstool scent, and it says it's coated from stolen shrooms of the fairy ring circle at dusk when the moon was at its fullest. Doesn't actually say what it actually smells like, does it? Oh, it's so nice. It reminds me heavily of a Lush product I used to love. Yeah, maybe a bit earthy, but it's got a little something sweet in there, maybe vanilla again, but oh, it's so nice. It does smell a little bit like something from Lush, but I know you can't really appreciate the candles, but the experience of getting both in the 2 nice locations was, yeah, was a treat. And they're both black, aren't they? That is divine. Next, I want to show you the postcards I picked up. I have started for our bigger trips collecting postcards and writing memories on the back. I haven't done it for these yet, but I think this is a really nice way to preserve your memories and have those sort of thoughts written down, because obviously we have the vlogs, but I really like seeing what I wrote, any sort of inside jokes, special meals, experiences, that kind of thing. And yeah, I like picking them up and finding nice ones. So here were the postcards we got in the order we did things. So Cambridge, I love that one. Really pretty, a good start. York. This one's fairly basic actually in terms of like, the back doesn't say where I even got it from. Edinburgh. Now Benji picked this one up at very last minute when I said to him, we forgot to get a postcard, and he ran into a shop and got one. But I think it looks like it's been faded in the window. Do you know what I mean when I say that? So I'm not totally in love with this one. I don't think that's our best find, but I thought I'd show you regardless. Isle of Skye. This was one of the locations we actually visited. It's not, again, the best because I would love to have one that represented lots of the different places we stopped in the Isle of Skye, but it did the job. I also picked up the Glenfinnan Viaduct postcard just so I could remember the train. I just thought it was a really gorgeous photo of it. This is what I'm talking about. I like a postcard like this, Oban, where you can see lots of different things from that location. Oban was where we based ourselves when we were in the Highlands. And another one, Glasgow. This looks like it could have been made 50 years ago, to be honest, but it's really nice. And then randomly, the Lake District one, I don't know what drew me to this, but I got this. It says greetings from the Lake District. It doesn't really have many pictures or resemblance of the actual places we went. I loved this. We found this bag in Cambridge, maybe the first vlog, I think. A tote bag. Now, if you know me even a little bit, you know tote bags. Me and tote bags. It's as bad as pins and mugs. We're going to get to mugs in a second. I don't know what else to tell you other than, yeah, I've got too many, but I love them. This bag is a really lovely quality one. The artist is McLagan & Co. And this is one of their designs, which is Women Who Changed the World. And it is loads of different cartoon drawn women, obviously. Guess what? They changed the world. We've got queens and writers and scientists and activists, journalists, Olympians, politicians, singers. When we were in London, we saw somebody with it and Benj was trying to tell me all the stories of things he knew about each person. Once we saw it in real life, we were like, oh, let's get the bag, but love it. Nice little tote bag. When we went to Windermere in the Lake District, we went to the World of Beatrice Potter, which is what they call it an attraction, but I called it a museum. I bought a tea towel, which I was looking for a nice tea towel the whole trip just because we genuinely needed some new ones. But I'm a little fussy on tea towels. I don't like plain white or white ones because they just show so much of the dirt really, really fast. But I quite like the material of this one because it absorbs the water well. Now, as I say that, I appreciate that makes me sound 50 when I am in fact 30 years old. Some of you will understand. And it's got a little hook so I can hook it on my little thing in the kitchen, and it was only £7, which I didn't think was too bad for a nice tea towel, and it's obviously got Peter Rabbit all along the bottom. And then as we were paying at the checkout, they had these little tiles with little letters. It's actually a magnet, and they were in the sale for 20p. And one of the little girls in our life, we have a few children that we buy for throughout the year and Christmas and whatnot, and one of them is called Quinn. Just cute, isn't it? They can put a little picture of her on the fridge or whatnot. I know I don't have to, but I feel like I need to sort of give a little bit of context. I love mugs. I love tea. I love coffee. I love drinking out a mug every day, and I've recently become really attached to the Starbucks We Are Here mugs. I love them. I got a few of those as we travelled, and I love the Disney ones. We didn't really find many good ones this time, and so I said to Benj, I still want to collect a mug or two from our travels if I see any I really like the design. And I am actually quite fussy with a mug. It has to be a nice design, and it has to be a certain size. It can't be too big or too small, because I've been known to buy mugs that are really small and then I don't actually like drinking my drinks out of them because I drink it too quick. And then I don't like a certain material. It can't be like that matte material where you touch it against your teeth and it just feels horrid. I know some of you will understand. Maybe some of you will think I've completely lost it. I'm aware as I'm filming this, I feel like I've lost it. It's so hot today too that my brain's fried. Anyway, first mug I got in Cambridge. I saw quite a few mugs I loved there, but this one was my favourite. It is by a company called templeisland.com. It's a bone china mug. Can't remember how much it was. Sorry about that, but it's so pretty. Look at the design on this. I love how it's got so much detail. All the different buildings. It wraps all the way around. You've got the punting on the river. So that was my first one and I was very happy with that. It feels nice. It's a good size. Tick. Then I was looking for one in York and I couldn't find one that sort of matched that vibe. So I ended up getting a Yorkshire one from the National Trust shop. And the National Trust shop is really good for little souvenirs, by the way. Designed by Lauren Radley exclusively for the National Trust. And it's just Yorkshire in general. So it's got loads of different locations, cities. It's such a beautiful mug on its own. I mean, I haven't been to all these places. I've been to Leeds and I've been to York now. But I just figured that's probably the nicest one I'm going to find and the closest that's similar to the Cambridge one but not the same. But then of course I ended up finding one that was super similar. This is the same company, Temple Island. This was £12.95. I got this in the York Minster shop. I just loved it because it actually said York on it, which is where we went. And again, the design is similar to the Cambridge one. It's got so many nice icons. We've got the Minster there. We've got the little shops. I do feel like I've cheated slightly because I really should have picked one, but sometimes you see things, you buy them and then you're like, oh no. Whoopsie. In Edinburgh, Edinburgh, I found this mug and I was really happy with it because I felt like if this was the last mug I got, that's great. I've got one more mug, but obviously it wasn't the last mug, was it? It wasn't. This is from a company called Dunoon. I can't remember the shop. It was one of those sort of generic gift shops. And I love this. It's a little bit bigger than the others, but it is also fine bone china. And it is a Scotland mug that says Scotland on both sides, but all the pictures are different. We've got bagpipes and castles and flowers and animals. I just like that each side is different. The handle's nice. It's a really lovely generic Scotland mug, considering we went to loads of different places in Scotland. It's actually quite big, but I really love it. But then in Glasgow, inside the art museum where we parked the car to go and visit the cows at the Pollock Country Park, I found this mug. It was such a good price. It was £7.50, which I don't recall any of the others being less than £10. And it feels really nice. It's by a brand called Lesser and Pavley Bug Art. I had to have this. I mean, I just loved it. Immediately, yes. Look how cute that is. It's the same on both sides. I love it. I absolutely love it. I couldn't leave without that. And then I also saw that they had a matching coaster for £3. So of course I got the coaster, and that's going to go in my office. Little Highland cow mug. Speaking of Highland cows, I promise this is the last cow related thing. We saw this gorgeous little ornament in the Lake District actually, and we said to the shop owner that we have fallen in love with these cows, and we've just redecorated our lounge recently, and we both said how sweet we thought that would look on our sort of media console table thing where we have little knickknacks. So I just thought we have to have this to join our family home decor. Is this not adorable? It's not too big, not too small. I think it was about £30, so it wasn't cheap, and we did actually end up seeing cheaper ones later on, of course, but I think he's really nice. He's actually very nice quality and like weighted. We've got to talk about Christmas decorations because we went in some of the best Christmas shops ever. 2 in York and 1 in Edinburgh. They were all perfect. So the first one is the one we also found in Barcelona. We took cute pictures outside the shop actually. Benji was so excited to find this shop. But this is the brand Cath Wolfart? Either way, we got 2 people here. We got this adorable little skier. You'll see we got more skiers later on, but the detail is amazing. This is the kind of decoration I will love bringing out every year, putting on the tree. He's got his skis on his shoulder. Perfect. And then this one we had to have because he was holding cameras. 2 different cameras, 1 camera, 1 film camera, I don't know. I'm sorry, but that is also adorable. Come on, we just couldn't leave him with the cameras considering we are vloggers. Also in York, we went to the Nutcracker Christmas shop, which was equally as adorable. We got this little reindeer. I love this. She's got a little Santa hat on, a bit sparkly, a nice size, super cute. I don't know what draws Benj and I into some of these decorations. We just yay or nay them and just know immediately if we're having it and it's coming home. This is a little letterbox that says 25th of December with some snow on it. Just thought that would be quite cute for the tree. We've got quite the collection now, I'm not gonna lie. This one is for another little girl in our life called Evie. Hoping, again, her mum is not watching this, but if she is, Charlotte, this is for Evie. And then we also got this little rocking horse from the Nutcracker. However, we also found a similar style of this sort of glass decoration in a shop in Edinburgh. So maybe keep this one in mind first and I'll show you the rest. So we've got the rocking horse. So cute and pretty. And what I love is it's actually really light, because sometimes decorations can be too heavy and then they weigh your tree down. And then we got 4 more literally at the bottom of, is it Victoria Street with all the colourful buildings? A snowman. This one was only £3. Is that not the most adorable little thing you've ever seen? Christmas tree with baubles on it. Oh, that's so sweet. Colourful little baubles. The word bauble is quite weird, isn't it? Bauble. This angel, the detail on her is so nice with the wings, the halo, and she's holding a star. Absolutely adorable. Benj loves these so much, and I do too. They're gonna look so cute. And then we also have a little Christmas present with the gold bow. The detail is so nice, and for literally £3, I think that's so good. From the same shop, we also fell in love with these skiers because we thought they looked like us. Yeah, Benj and I haven't skied for a few years, but we are hoping and praying to get on the slopes this season. So watch this space. We will be skiing again soon. Just had to have these. Aren't they just amazing? They're just so neat. It's me and Benj. When we were in Edinburgh Castle, they had a database where you could type in your surname and they printed out the history of where your name is from. And I know that sometimes these things can be a bit of a scam, but getting it from Edinburgh Castle, it actually says on the back, since 1971, our professional researchers at Hall of Names have been compiling our library of surname histories, which we have available for you today. It's all about the origin of a surname. Of course, I got Lever, as I have recently changed my name and become a Lever with Benji, as we've just got married. So we thought it'd be quite nice to have the history of where the name is from, with the spelling Lever as well. I just thought that was really nice. So we bought two, one for us. I don't know if we're gonna put it in a frame and have it on the wall or just keep it for us. And we got one for Benji's grandparents, which I'm gonna get framed and give them as a gift for Christmas. And then I also got my maiden name for my brother. So I'll give that to him as a gift as well. When we were in Cambridge, before we went punting, Benji bought an amazing fleece from Patagonia. You can see it here, he wore it loads, and I got so jealous. I really wanted one, but I didn't want to match with him. So we went the whole trip, and then we got to, I think it was an outlet on the way down to the Lake District. Couldn't even tell you which one, I'll have to put it on screen. But we just randomly were looking around there for an hour or two, and I went to Berghaus, is that how you say it? And I got this in the outlet. And it is basically a nice big 80s 90s retro kind of colours and style, but it's a big fleece. Originally it was £80 and I think I paid around, I think it was 40 or 50. It's an extra large and I just love it. I actually looked online and it was still available full price on their website. So the fact I found it in their outlet was perfect. Obviously this is more for colder times, the winter, evenings at the beach hut. It is just very snuggy and cozy and lovely. And that, my friends, concludes Brogan's ridiculous souvenir knickknacks, bits and bobs haul. Let me know what your favourite items were. I hope you enjoyed just chit chatting with me and seeing what I like and buy. I'll be back properly next week with a bit of a catch-up vlog, talk to you all about what I've been up to in August, and a home vlog as well. Yeah, all the normality through September. But thank you so much for watching the vlogs, and if you haven't seen them all already, then I'll leave them linked below. My mouth has gone all dry now. I'm boiling hot. See you again soon. Bye!